Hello and welcome to Advertisers Watching Ads. My name is Tom Mollerton. I'm the founder of Automated Creative, the creative effectiveness ad tech platform. And this is a show where brands watch other brands' ads.
So the elephant in the marketing conference room is these guys want to win awards.
BK faced a lawsuit about false advertising, right? So this time they are not lying.
I don't think creating a massive billboard where the copy is like as high as a building and then your tiny burger really lands the point particularly well.
We are brought to you as ever by Contagious. Thank you so much for partnering with us, guys. And before we get to this week's ad, let's meet this week's guests.
Hello, I'm Can Şenses. I am Middle East, Africa and Turkey Oral Health Category Media Manager at Haleon.
Toby Foy, I'm head of brand at eBay UK.
Grant McKenzie, former CMO at Asahi Group.
So I need to state the obvious that this is a male-only panel. It does happen from time to time, but we also get female-only panels from time to time. That is just how the cookie crumbles. This is absolutely not regular practice for us. We believe in getting all kinds of different folk on the platform, but we have a fantastic panel today, even if they are all blokes. But I have very high expectations of your critique, fellas. So let's have a watch of this week's ad. So on the count of three, hold up the number of fingers for how good you think this is. 1, 2, 3. So has anyone done their homework on this and investigated the campaign into its wider context?
I really like it. So it's really product oriented. In the past, BK always emphasized its product point of differentiation, its size of the burgers in print ads as well, to disrupt the category. So I really appreciate this effort. And also what I really like it, they learn from their mistakes, right? So I think 2 years ago, BK faced a lawsuit about false advertising, right? Not showing the actual size of their burgers, right? So this time they are not lying. They are for real. They are honest. And we all know that honesty wins. And this time BK is honestly weak, big time. There's a contrast, like the product is like minuscule in this bigger formats, but the message is so strong, and that contrast, it really gives a good creative touch, which everyone can simply understand the message. So that's what I like in this campaign.
Look, I think it's hard to come into a conversation about Burger King because there's baggage in the marketing community, right? So the elephant in the marketing conference room is these guys want to win awards. They do stunt. Some of them are quite interesting stunts. Some of them are horrible. But the deliberate attempt to win awards and be attractive to the marketing community as opposed to win with consumers. That being said, I didn't mind this one. And I think there are some parts of it which are quite interesting. The biggest problem is scale. So Mexico has 127 million people So roughly double the size of the UK population, and they had 95 billboards. So let's net it to 50 equivalent in the UK. Makes no difference whatsoever. That's the single issue. The reason I think to dislike this, it's a stunt and it's small scale. The reason to like it, I think, is because it does talk about product. They use the horrible A word, authenticity, which means it's definitely not authentic. The burger you get will not look like that. But I think consumers know that. So I think it's like decent. You know, it's not horrible like that moldy burger they did, which was obviously trash marketing.
I felt it was almost a campaign written for an award entry as opposed to anything else. I love the fact that Burger King have these open briefs that anyone globally can answer as long as it delivers against Flame Grilled and Whopper. And this probably came from that. But again, don't think this is necessarily the strongest example of that. I love the whole Burger King, McDonald's competitive angle with like PlayStation, Xbox. So I did like that part of it. I just didn't actually think it was the strongest execution of what they were trying to say. And the fact that they referenced some of the other brands doing these giant billboards and special builds to emphasize the burger, I actually think they're a stronger way of delivering the message. I don't think creating a massive billboard where the copy is like as high as a building and then your tiny burger really lands the point particularly well.
It looked like to really read it, you'd have to stand quite far away from it, you know, to really get it. But then to use the QR code, of course, you need to be right up against it. The thing about the data is I don't take it seriously because I can't as a marketeer see all the sources. So what else is going on at that time? You know, increase compared to what? Just as a campaign did it. Is it nice? I thought it was kind of interesting, but not wow. I did wonder if this was a consumer insight, you know, that the size of the burger is critical, or whether it's more like an industry thing. You know, they're all worried because there was a class action lawsuit against them. One of the critiques you could make of Burger King, well, I'll make of Burger King, is consistency. So they have these individual, let's call them campaigns or stunts, however you want to look at it. So one of them is, I don't know, about the size of stackers. Are they trying to sell more stackers? Don't know. The other one is about a Whopper. The other one is about something else. Does it all link together? Is it all a consistent idea, or is it a series of tactical, you know, short-term sales driving activities? And I don't know because I haven't got the data, but it feels more like that to me than some of the other competitors in this segment who focus on, you know, long-term brand development, the fundamentals of marketing, you know. So placement, where are these? I assume these places, these billboards were near restaurants. Let's hope so. Because every time it seems like there's something else they're advertising.
It definitely seems a short-term activation, sales activation. And definitely they should focus more on brand building campaigns along with these short-term activations. If I would like sign off this campaign, I probably try to add something like a comparison with competitors' burger size, like this is 6-inch bigger or like something like that, right? So to better understand how big these mega stackers are.
What would be the one thing you need to change about this just to make this do a better job?
I mean, if there was genuinely quite a good incentive attached to that QR code and these numbers are legit attached to this, maybe it's quite a nice way of getting people to take notice of a burger product launch. If you drive past that, you won't even see the burger, let alone resonate. If they're insistent on landing this message, I would have probably picked a different medium, a different channel that allowed them to better show what is an unnecessarily big burger, but that more people could appreciate the size of it. So I don't know, print, whether it's an applicable channel there or some digital or social formats that maybe you could bring the burger to scale in a way that's a bit more impactful. For me, it's completely lost. It looks like a tiny burger.
If this out of home is the main channel, we should definitely surround it with other channels, especially like digital, and probably I would argue that to add a much more shareable call to action or content to extend the reach to the wider audiences. Because like QR code, you can scan it, you can share it, whatever. But definitely that campaign needs to justify its actual reach.
Right. So coming to the end of it now, thumbs up or down? Would you sign this campaign off in its current form? Yes or no? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. But guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you all next episode.